Masturbation. What is it? Is masturbating unhealthy for you? To know this, watch our video till the end and subscribe to us before we start. Let's dive in. Masturbation is the act of sexually stimulating one's genitalia to the point of orgasm. It is a pretty typical behavior shared by both men and women, and it is a typical stage of development for kids of both sexes. Between the ages of 2 and 6, the majority of children play with their genitalia. Because they are viewing the act through adult lenses, adults may find it upsetting to see children touching their own genitalia. The act of exploring one's own body and learning how each part of it reacts to touch, as well as which portions of it are more delightful than others, is, nonetheless, a perfectly normal aspect of growing up for every child. It is neither wrong nor bad for a child to rub his or her genitalia. It only seems naively nice to them. When adults introduce youngsters to these adult filters, the kids frequently get perplexed and anxious. The adults respond to the child in the same way that they observed their own parents or the adults in their immediate surroundings responding when they were children first discovering their own bodies. They never had the chance to become at ease with their own sexuality, therefore they still carry those sentiments of guilt and shame. Although some religious convictions may lead people to identify an action as bad, it is not inherently good or bad to do it. In this situation, how an adult treats a child is vital in determining whether the youngster feels comfortable with his or her own body and whether the adult gently explains the propriety of it in the event that the child engages in the act in public. Like physical development, emotional development, learning and developing language and communication skills, and sexual development is a highly important component of a child's normal growth and development. Having said that, it must be made clear that, while masturbating is perfectly okay, it's also acceptable to abstain. Some people naturally have less sexual desire, while others may choose to forego masturbating due to personal or religious convictions. You can choose the course of action that you think is right for you. Is woman masturbating considered a bad thing? In the world, women are socially and culturally expected to either never acknowledge their innate sexual longings or to easily suppress them. For a woman, having pleasure in this situation carries a heavy burden of guilt and humiliation. Even today, it is simple for a woman who is confident in her sexuality to be called a slut. Even now, not many women in this nation are at ease with their sexuality and their bodies, which only serves to exacerbate the issue. When it comes to having an intimate relationship with their spouses, they are unaware of their own preferences. The clitoris is a specific bodily component that many women are not even aware of. In fact, since women typically associate sexual pleasure with solely penetration, the clitoris is not even brought up in sex education lectures or conversations. The clitoris is a tiny, delicate organ located in the female reproductive system's vulva and is formed of erectile tissue. It is a highly sensitive organ due to the millions of nerve endings it has. Masturbation causes feelings of sexual pleasure and stimulates the clitoris. Masturbation can really improve a woman's understanding of her own body, and she can do it guilt-free. Masturbation can actually improve a woman's sexual experience with her spouse. The truth is that exploring, expressing, and enjoying your sexuality as a woman has a huge potential for healing, contentment, and well-being. Is masturbating a frequent practice? Masturbation is considered by sexologists and scientists to be a healthy sexual behavior and a perfectly natural activity for humans. Because it is a very private sexual behavior that is never discussed, not even with the closest of friends, it most likely has a poor reputation. Does masturbating harm females? No. Masturbation is not at all hazardous to you, according to health scientists. Although it is a matter of personal preference, some people believe that masturbation is wrong for moral grounds. Is daily masturbation for women healthy? Depending on their age and sexual drive, some women may find daily masturbation to be normal, while others may find it to be excessive. You should be alright as long as masturbation has no negative effects on your general energy levels and does not interfere with your normal activities and daily life. However, some sex specialists believe that everyday masturbation is excessive. Daily masturbation can prevent you from having sexual activity with your spouse and cause weakness, exhaustion, and early ejaculation. Masturbation in excess can prevent you from having intimate relationships with your partner. On the other hand, failing to have regular orgasms during sex with your spouse might make you more stressed out, which in turn can lead to mental health problems, annoyance, and general unhappiness. Masturbating helps you relieve stress and maintain a stable mood, which makes you happier and healthier. How frequently is it considered typical for a lady to masturbate every week? Depending on the general health of each woman, the frequency each week can vary. Some ladies choose not to masturbate at all, while others choose to do so up to 5 times per week. This in no way alters their sexual orientation. Although sexual desire is a natural urge, having too much of anything is dangerous. Therefore, you might want to think about devoting your energy to things like sports, the arts, or any other hobbies rather than increasing the frequency of masturbation. You can live a balanced, healthy, and contented life as a result. Can women have sex with a partner without masturbating? Masturbation is an enjoyable pastime that is separate from sex. Masturbation actually helps you understand your own body as a woman, which improves the experience with a partner. However, it could be a symptom of a problem if you are simply masturbating and avoiding or skipping out on physical intimacy with your partner. However, there are situations where masturbating can be a viable alternative to sex, such as masturbation is an option if the spouse's sex desire is weaker than yours, if the partner is ill, if the partner isn't available. When is it unsafe for women to masturbate? In general, it is safe to masturbate. However, it might be detrimental if done excessively and violently. You could contract STIs if you contact your genitalia after touching the genitalia of someone who has an infection. Sharing sex accessories with an infected person can potentially result in the spread of STIs. Aggressively rubbing yourself could lead to vaginal injury. What advantages does masturbation provide for women? There are a variety of advantages to masturbating for women, including the following. Urinary tract infections are treated and prevented by female masturbation. In fact, a woman with a UTI may have a strong desire to masturbate, and for good reason. Doing so can help reduce pain, lubricate the vagina, and flush dangerous bacteria from the cervix. Helps you feel less depressed because when you are aroused, your body's levels of the hormones dopamine and epinephrine, which are known to improve mood, increase. Masturbation is a powerful tool for reducing emotional stress. Because you acquire confidence and allow yourself to develop via self-awareness when you really know and appreciate yourself on an emotional and physical level. It enables you to strengthen your relationship with yourself. It increases your self-confidence and leads to proper self-expression in all facets of life. You can improve the quality of your sleep and combat insomnia by masturbating. It is established that women who have more orgasms, more frequent masturbation, and more satisfying sex are less likely to develop heart disease or type 2 diabetes. The strength of the pelvic floor increases during an orgasm in a woman. The clitoris has elevated blood pressure. The uterus rises from the pelvic floor as a result of increased muscle tone, heart rate, and respiration, which tightens and strengthens the pelvic muscles as a whole. Given that you are physically aware of yourself, it can improve your relationship with your partner. Masturbation can ease cramping in women's stomachs. A constriction of the vagina in post-menopausal women can make sex difficult and pelvic exams uncomfortable, but masturbation, especially with a water-based lubricant, enhances blood flow to the sex organs. This can alleviate moisture issues and stop the vagina from narrowing. Is abundant female genitalia a problem? What negative impacts are there? Even beneficial items can be hazardous in large doses. Excessive masturbation can result in living too much in your head and in your fantasies, rather than facing reality, disconnecting emotionally or sensually when it comes to your partner. If you are masturbating in the same manner every time, you may experience extreme genital irritability and rawness from too much friction. How can I tell if I am masturbating too much? When you repeatedly masturbate, it significantly upsets you. You frequently masturbate to relieve stress or the pressures of daily life. As a result, you've stopped having sex with your spouse. You choose to masturbate rather than have an intimate relationship with them. By vigorously touching yourself, you frequently hurt yourself. You spend so much time enjoying yourself that you hardly ever have time for friends or family. You fight the incessant desire to indulge yourself and experience lust. Your genital region may feel uncomfortable, raw, and irritated. This is it for today's video. To watch more videos, subscribe to our channel to watch more of us. See you in the next video.